So for the year of 2022, it's fair to say that for Cristiano Ronaldo, it could have gone better. Leading to the end of 2022, Messi is back in form at PSG and of course has won the World Cup for Argentina. In the same breath, Ronaldo got sacked by Manchester United by becoming Piers Morgan's best friend and having an interview with him, and then underperforming for Portugal in the World Cup so badly that he became a sub, and then ended the year by joining Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr FC, a club that you probably never heard of unless if you played FIFA. I thought it'd be great to also put in my shirt sponsor, which is 365 Kit shirt, which link is down below at the top of the description. The shirt that I'm wearing today, the OG 1996 England shirt, is also from this website, so if you want to see what it looks like, this is what it looks like. If you want retro shirts or the current brand new shirts, link is down below. I've got a retro sample here from Argentina, very classic Maradona-esque shirt, and I really like this quite a lot. Replica shirts, and you can get so many different varieties on websites, all for club shirts as well. Use code VZH at checkout for 10% off, and let's get straight into the video. Since the dawn of time, since I've been alive, I was born in 1998, and I am currently 24, and throughout my entire life, I have had the pleasure to both watch Ronaldo and Messi do what they do week in, week out at the highest level. I think it's really important to add here that in the grand scheme of things, when people will look back on Ronaldo or Messi, they will look back at the greatness of these two back when they were at Real Madrid and Barcelona, with the records that they broke and the countless seasons of them at the very top of their game. What has happened to Ronaldo in last year, I don't think when we look back in 10 years time will really be that damaging. The only thing that may be damaging to some people is to when you bring in Lionel Messi. I've always stayed with the opinion that while Ronaldo and Messi are still playing football, appreciate them while you still can. Appreciate them at this moment in time, because it's clearly obvious that they are not going to be here forever, and they are slowly at this stage going to be entering the twilight of their career. And Ronaldo, who unfortunately is a bit older than Messi, 2 to 3 years older, it means that he'll be hitting that point a bit earlier. Now, of course, this can be a video where I go into all of the stats, right? I go into all the goals scored and all the assists, but in reality, you probably don't care because you've already been told that week in, week out for the last decade now. Like, I feel like it really isn't important. No matter which side of this debate you are on, no matter what I say or really what anyone says will ever change your opinion. Whatever I say won't change your opinion on if you prefer Messi or Ronaldo. In reality, that doesn't really matter. It's about appreciating greatness, and you could still be a Ronaldo fan and still appreciate Messi winning the World Cup. You could do both at the same time. I know some people, they may feel kind of weird and a bit tribal about it, but you could still be a person that loves Ronaldo and the person that he is, and still appreciate watching history like watching Messi win the World Cup. And for some people, they don't really care either way, but for some, they really do, and they really take it personally. I want to get that out the way now, because I don't want people to feel like people all going in on Ronaldo now, because I do feel quite bad for the guy. I believe there are some things that are out of his control. The main thing being the fact that his age will have to come up to him. You can't keep playing at top level of elite sport for your entire life. And that's just the sad reality of it. I feel like we forget that it's not normal for not just one person, but two to be at the top of sport in the level that these two have been for the length of time. It's not normal. So because we've become so accustomed to it, it feels like it's wrong for this to be happening to Ronaldo's career. Because before Messi and Ronaldo, the generation before that was Ronaldo. We had Zinedine Zidane. We had Ronaldinho. Before then, we had Diego Maradona. And then even before then, we had Pele. And these are players that had the heights of their career for nowhere near as long as what Messi and Ronaldo has. And at some stage in their late part of their career, they end up making a move to a lower club. For example, like the players that I just named, Zidane, he retired at the age of 32. Ronaldo retired at the age of 34, ending his career at Corinthians back in Brazil. Ronaldinho retired at the age of 37, spending the last 5 to 6 years of his career playing in Brazil. Maradona retiring at the age of 37, spending the last 5 years of his career back in Argentina. The point that I'm making here is the fact that it's not normal for Ronaldo to still be going at top level at the age that he is, at the age of 37. I mean, Christ, he's 38 next month. He's 38. It's not normal. And the one example of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the fact that they say, oh, well, at this age of 41, Zlatan's doing it at AC Milan. Yeah, but he also went to LA Galaxy at the age of 37. So who's to say that Ronaldo can't come back to Europe? You may think that I'm defending Ronaldo a lot here. It's just that I feel like it's really harsh for a lot of people to already make their decisions on him based on the last month, because over the course of his entire career, when he does retire, I don't think people will all for too much really care about the last few months. If you were to ask me and I had to answer Messi or Ronaldo, I would of course answer with Messi, and that is not just because of what he's done in the last couple of months, but because of just how I see football, and I feel like he is a more complete footballer, not just a finisher but a creator in every aspect, and I feel like he's got more to him. Now, you may disagree, you may completely agree, and that's the beauty of it. I don't dislike you more if you like Ronaldo, and I hope you think the same because I said Messi. So you may be here thinking, well, I'm 6 minutes into this video and I still don't know what it really means, and I'll be honest, neither do I. I kind of just want to talk about these two and talk about what they've done for the sport and for our enjoyment for the last 2 decades now almost. Because of what's happened at the World Cup, it's all come down, and that Messi is clearly the GOAT and the GOAT forever, and Ronaldo is in comparison to him. I'm seeing people now put Ronaldo in like the 6th place in the top 10 best ever players, and I think that is just fucking stupid. It's Messi first, it's Ronaldo second, and the rest are all below him, and that's the fact of the matter here. You may say Maradona dragged his country to a World Cup, and that's cool, no, but when it comes to what the peak is for both these two, for the length of time, Ronaldo's peak is infinitely longer over many more years and different generations as well compared to everyone else. It's clearly Messi number 1 for me, and number 2 is Ronaldo, and I think anyone that say that Ronaldo is no longer number 2 is using some recency bias, because it's quite clearly these two. We are never going to get two so clear ahead of the pack ever again in history. Of course, a large chunk of this video has been talking about Ronaldo, that's because a lot of attention has been put onto him because of what Messi has done. Of course, Messi with the World Cup of a lifetime. I mean, if we just want to talk about the records that he broke just in this one World Cup, it is astronomical. In this one World Cup alone, it goes as follows: only player to win Golden Ball twice, oldest player to win the World Cup Golden Ball, most goal contributions in World Cup final tournaments, most World Cup matches scored in history, 11 matches, most man of the matches in World Cup finals tournaments, most man of the matches in a single World Cup finals tournament, only player to win man of the match in every round at the World Cup, groups 1 of 16, quarter-final, semi, and the final itself, most appearances at World Cups, most appearances as captain at World Cups, most minutes played at World Cups, and the list can go on, and that's just from this World Cup alone, and likely from this World Cup, Messi will and should go on to win his 8th Ballon d'Or. With Ronaldo having 5 Ballon d'Ors, I don't think, with Ronaldo having 5 Ballon d'Ors, I feel like we should appreciate these two, especially now. I feel like history will look back on these two with a incredible lens, and no matter how you put the lens, I think it will always come out with Messi above Ronaldo. And in my opinion, that's completely fine. Ronaldo has hit that age of his career which every footballer does, that they realise that they can't play at the top level and they've got certain standards that they clearly are struggling to keep up, and that is just a fact of life. Ronaldo will go on to Saudi Arabia, and what is really important to keep in mind is people just say the money and the money that he's making, but I think it is really important that for an entire culture, an entire region of the world, a player like Ronaldo going over there should hopefully completely inspire an entire generation of all the Arabic countries who has always been seen as kind of a laughingstock in the world of football. In this recent World Cup, we saw that they are just as good and can compete at the highest level. Morocco being the best example, of course, they are in North Africa, but they are very much an Arabic nation. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more that I can really say or add to this. It's more in terms of respect, and respect for both these two, and Messi, of course, will have, I think, the brighter light when people look back at these two, especially with how it ended. Because Messi has got the age on him, he's got an extra 2 years, so you never know. Messi in 2 years' time, we don't know what may happen to him once he hits the same age as Ronaldo. Maybe he would also start losing a couple of yards and may move away to PSG and go and play back in Argentina. That could be possible for him as well. Only time can tell. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments with Messi and Ronaldo. How do you see these two? How do you look back on these two? Do you think that the criticism that Ronaldo has been given is unfair, or do you think that it could be justified, perhaps in terms of his actions in the last couple of months with his time at Manchester United, his interview with Piers Morgan, his apparent tantrums with Erik ten Hag as well? Do you think him playing in Saudi Arabia is a bad thing for him? Do you think that it goes against what he believes in, or do you think that he's making the right decision and should just do what he thinks is best for himself or his family, or however you see it? In fairness, this video is much more about Ronaldo than Messi, of course, but I think because of all the light given on Messi in the last month, of course, deservingly, I just feel like it's fair to add a bit of perspective to it as well when it comes to these two. Messi has got his fairy tale ending. He's won the World Cup for Argentina, now being put on the same level as Maradona, if not higher, in the eyes of the Argentinians, which is really in reality the most important thing. He can go and crack on with PSG and go and win them a Champions League, which is something that they desperately still need. And for the sake of Messi, I hope he does it, because I want him to be the best ever as well. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate you guys just kind of listening to my rambling. There's really no coherent point to this video, which I do apologise about. It's more just me appreciating these two. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time for another video. Peace out.